All right. Well, we've just put paid to Uncle Dave's chances. Fantastic.
There is very little elevation, 23 feet.
Oh,
Strong
soft.
breeze, normal soft.
Okay. We're all playing it, so
Pin's difficult.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be all about spin control coming in. I think you're going to like this one.
It's a
What
bit.
is that?
It's
Red-
about time.
Red
we've got-
squid.
Red squid.
No, it's not.
I reckon. I was going to say.
Pickled capsicum. I really love it. It's just so
It's
refreshing.
Boys, it's not a long course. It's only 6,000, about 500, I think.
I didn't notice it. Were we coming from the back tees or a set or two forward?
Championship, isn't it?
Championship.
Okay.
Capsicum is the one.
Oh, we've got quite a good
that Justin
breed.
can't buy.
Oh, really?
It was still, when kids are little and you put everything in that tray, sort of in the high
Oh,
chair.
It's the
He
poison.
just have everything. He just have fruit and veggies, just everything. Nothing ever bothered him. One day, obviously, the first time we put capsicum there, if I'd had a camera, but ever since,
Hasn't got over it.
no, he will. It's just something about capsicum there. Just totally objects to it. It's
That's going to be a fun
the
cut.
one thing you can't do.
Funny.
It
isn't
is.
Okay. Yeah. Back down to 3. 1, 2, 3.
You may not want to drive this one, Dave.
I do want to drive it. I want to.
Are you sure?
I want to be able to say arr.
Okay.
Plus, I'll wait till there's a tad more wind.
Well, that's what I.
Oh shit! I've lunged.
You
You
did
always
learn.
do that when wind's involved. It always.
Oh, this is not a good.
There's a gap for a 4-iron or something. Punched.
Well, I'm going to sort of go for it as well, but I don't expect to get anywhere near it like Andy.
What?
No,
You can't. You can't ridicule Dave and then sort of do exactly the same thing that you accused him of.
I'm just saying I don't think I'll get there because I can't hit it like you can.
Yeah, the statistics tell a different tale,
Nice, Ben.
but not this time.
I don't know. I think Dave might be in the better position.
Well, I'm
finish
sure he is, but
up. Okay, this is 78 yards. How can it be 78 yards? That can't be right. Up here. Well, shit, it is. Well, this is even harder than I thought. It's all right. Nothing a punched 5-iron can't fix. Got to punch pretty bloody low. So that means I need to take it to about 10 o'clock.
Good effort.
Oops.
Up.
Really good.
Just needed to catch a leaf or two on the way through.
Well, I was trying to dodge all those. Sometimes they just.
Yeah,
Hit
it
the
kills it. Yeah. Ooh.
Well, that's as far as the 32 would go
Yeah.
this time. Oh,
Different taste.
Yes. What are you going to do when you finish that and you haven't had your normal 500? Will you go for 750?
You bridge too far.
It's a quandary.
no,
So your question is, from an accounting perspective, am I rounding up or rounding down?
That's right. Well, you've always stopped at 1. It looks good.
That's
that's
bloody good part.
pretty impressive
Well-
distance considering how far uphill it was.
yeah,
How
it
do
was
you
4
hit
feet
your,
uphill.
how do you hit your putt so far? I don't get it.
He's stronger than us,
Well,
Dave.
He's way stronger.
I don't. Dave, I don't know either. I mean,
Interesting.
It sounds like a secret that will.
Well, it's one that he'll take to the grave with him. I'm sure he's willing to share it.
well, it's a secret that I haven't a clue what the secret is.
You've just always been able to
it's-
hit it that
Well,
far.
it's right. Well, here's a slightly different thing. As you all know, I do have links installed on 2 different PCs, but the one that works flawlessly, the putting on it feels as though you're putting through treacle. The one that
Oh.
doesn't work, it feels like a bloody cannon's going to go off in your hand. It's
Well-
really weird.
That is weird. Good part.
Very nice. Right, this should be a time to make a move. And I've done it.
Well done.
Nice bird, Andy.
Very good.
Well, all thanks to a pretty good first putt. This has definitely got break. More than I think.
Oh, right in the centre.
I think I'm getting better at 7 to 10 footers. It's taken about a year. I just got lammed.
Hmm.
Oh,
A little bit exciting, but
it was.
Bit of side mouth action. Nice looking course. Is it a real one?
I would think so, actually, because there appears to be evidence of what's that technique called? It's where you get an overhead light and an overhead view from Google Earth, and you project it on your course area.
Yeah.
And then you start building the actual holes, because you know the routing of the holes from the overhead Google Earth or maps or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Image.
And you can normally see.
Quite well done, the way that a lot of them do it.
Mm.
You can normally see that from the top view when they've done it that way. And see the way it's got that sort of fisheye effect. That makes me think it is it's used an overlay of some sort. Well, that's
the word.
incorrect. That's the wrong angle in, Dave.
it could be the right angle when it comes
See?
off the tree.
Oh, look at this. That's an absolutely perfect one hybrid. Just got to hit it. No lunging this time. Come on. Just take it easy. Oh, hold it a bit.
Wow.
At least it wasn't a lunge. It's going to be just the right length too. Okay.
Yeah.
He might have a clear shot. Can you super hook around everything, Dave?
No, I'm just going to go straight at it.
Okay.
When you have no skills, that's what you do.
Did you say those skills or no skills?
No skills.
Oh,
It's worked.
how on earth
It's
you
straight
got
at it.
Get out. Look at this.
Outrageous.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Well,
It is a
very
great
nice.
shot.
It was the best angle.
Oh, it's Patrick's shot of the night.
See, if you can't see where you're going, you just hit it. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Never was a fan of Foster's.
No, me either.
And it's having the same impact on me now.
I'm okay with it now because I've got no taste buds left.
So I'm rounding down, I think.
Okay.
Ooh, it might have had to think about it but you cleared the bunker. That's all that matters. All right, this shot, soft as well. Okay. I know that is not going to be enough club for the 51-foot flop. It's going to be got to be the 91 or 32-yard one.
How hot is it in the in your gaming room at the moment?
19.8.
19.8.
Yeah. It's like a bloody cold snap.
It's
Well, welcome to my world. I'm actually in luxury at 25.5 degrees here.
Well, that's very pleasant.
It is.
Nice shot.
Yeah, good shot.
It is a nice shot.
it'll slowly warm up.
I did see. I've got this news feed that gives headlines of various publications, and whether it's CNN or Sky News, or it could be absolutely anything. But one of the I forget which one it was, whether it was the Independent or whatever, was giving advice, obviously to Brits, in light of the heat wave you were experiencing, saying things like the need to drink water constantly and maybe have cold showers, especially before you go to bed and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the article finished off to say, so that should help everyone who are suffering from the 29 and 30 degree temperatures being experienced at the moment. Could that be true?
Well, the other thing to make a point about is that the mainstream media have been wetting themselves over this heat wave. But tomorrow I'm going to be sitting in this room, and it's probably going to be it'll be lucky to be 20 tomorrow. So there's going to be quite a big swing between today's temperature and the temperature of the rest of the week. It's going to be like sort of normal.
Quite coolish.
Yeah.
Mid 20s is perfect though, isn't it?
There we are.
24.3.
24.3, you reckon?
Optimal temperature for humans to perform in.
Okay.
I learned that off Star Trek.
I'll buy it.
Later.
Off data, indeed.
Right.
24.3, yes.
Perfect TV watching weather.
Wow.
Okay. Well, we've all come away unscathed from that hole.
It looked like someone might get scathed, but they didn't.
I was thinking
Oh,
exactly
really?
the same thing. There are a bunch of words around that don't seem to have natural negatives to the way they're commonly used, and that's one of them.
Yeah. I think only the context I can think of is scathing.
Yeah, well, that's right. Or you can talk about a gang of thugs set upon me, and I was hoping that they would have ruth, but they were ruthless.
Yeah. Where's the roof?
Has any mention been made of the incidents at Glastonbury over the
Yes,
weekend?
I read about it, and there's been there's been condemnation around the place. Yeah.
What happened in Glastonbury? I'm not aware of this.
They invited a few bands who were known to have very sort of sympathetic towards the Palestinian cause. Well, one of them started a chant along the lines of "Death to the IDF."
Death
With-
to the IDF, yeah. And what was even worse, the crowd was joining in the chant as well.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. And there were lots of Palestinian flags in the audience when this chap was doing his turn. And he's and I think it was the actor is called Villain, but it wasn't spelled Villian. I think it was spelled Villeyn. So it was a pun on the word villain.
Well,
So-
I can imagine some terrible newspaper headline puns coming out of that.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
the government and the police have got to really they put them in an awful position in
What a
a
shock.
sense.
Sure.
It is a good
Ah.
because
Yeah.
other people have been done for hate crimes and what they posted and so on. So the fact that this guy was on live BBC television, so the BBC didn't have a sort of a 10-second
thinking about
delay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so they
Yeah.
haven't come out of it very well either.
No, I can imagine there's 7-second sound bites expressing disapproval from politicians all over the place.
Lord. Oh, I'm quite pleased I got it there. I didn't think I'd have enough.
I'm also pleased, Andy.
It would be an interesting exercise for people to actually not mention nationalities and say, and along the lines of, I'm not condemning a people, I'm condemning the act.
Mm.
Because that's where the divide is, isn't it? That the criticism is seen at some quarters as being anti a particular group of people, whereas the people criticising are saying we're not criticising the people, we're criticising the conduct. So arguing apples and oranges, in other words.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sick to death of, seeing a Palestinian protest where they actually just protest about the amount of people being killed, civilians, and then out come the comments, they're anti-Semitic, these protests. Some of them are, but a lot of them aren't. And they just bundle it all together.
Good mate.
Very nice. All right, what can I learn from that? I learned that it's right to left.
And invariably condemning the conduct is interpreted by the other side as condemning the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, was done very confidently.
Yeah. I did try and force it, I think.
Well, our Prime Minister.
Oh!
Ooh.
That was in!
Wasn't
I
it?
That's like it bounced over the hole just about, didn't it? Right, bounced over the centre of the hole.
Yeah, wow.
Certainly looked. Oh, whatever.
I was
Yeah.
going to say our Prime Minister gave an in-depth interview with one of the papers I think it was the Eye or something like that, or the Times. I'm not sure, but he said he'd been distracted, over the previous week, 10 days, because of all these international conferences he's been attending, NATO and G7. And I'm thinking, distracted? I hope
That's
you
the
weren't
job.
distracted with your finger poised on the bloody big red button.
It's a weird one. I've never heard a country's leaders say that. I've been distracted by all the schmoozing. But I guess he didn't say that, but that's what it amounts to. All these holding a glass of sherry and shaking a lot of hands.
Yeah. Don't think that's bad.
Oh, that's good. It's good.
Yep, very nice.
What did that carry? 190. Oh no. I know
What's the
what
matter, Dave? Do tell me.
Well, I can surmise what club you hit. That's the one I don't have. So now we're going to do a chopped super hook with the 5-iron, and I'm not scared saying that out loud because I know Dave won't try and copy the shot. It's okay. All right, this is going to have to be chopped a fair bit.
It is super hooking. This could be very good. Oh, just an extra bounce.
Yeah, just chopped it a bit too much. It was coming in nice.
Mm. I was driving the car down from Mount Beauty today, and a quote from a famous Brit
Yeah,
just sprung into my head. George Best.
soccer player,
Yeah.
hard drinker, womanizer.
And very relevant to the
Troublemaker.
quote. Very relevant to the quote. He said, most of my money I spent on wine, women, and song. The rest I just squandered.
I like that. Yeah. We had a more better behaved version in David Boone, really. No, he was just the drinking aspect, really.
Yeah.
He still holds the record for the most
Yeah.
beers drunk on a flight to London.
Yeah.
44.
I thought it
stubbies.
was 45.
Oh, maybe it was.
Who is this? Not George Best.
David Boone, one of our.
Oh, yeah.
He was a great little cricketer.
David Boone.
And I saw him catch a really difficult catch to help Shane Warne get his hat trick at the MCG, which I was there to witness. It was fantastic.
I remember in 1989 when Australia hadn't won the Ashes for a while, and Steve Waugh's Australians went out there, and we won the Ashes in England, but the story. Oh, look at this! That was an amazing putt. That was an S-bend.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I forget which test it was, whether it was the third or fourth test and the Ashes were secured. But the very next day, as scheduling was back in those days, there was some game for the Australians to play against, one of the county teams. And so they're there and they're all hung over totally, especially David Boone. And he's there at mid-wicket, and the local batsman just knocks the ball, just doles it up into the air straight at David Boone.
Wow. Fantastic.
Wow.
There's some good putting going on.
And he drops the catch. He drops the catch, but the reaction of the rest of the Australian team, everyone just about fell over laughing.
They didn't care that much. That's great. They'd be a lot more po-faced about it now, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Wow, good party.
Yeah. 3-1 putts on that hole.
Yeah.
But there's
Some good scoring going on.
there's No sitting on your laurels playing Nick Faldo golf here.
If you carry on at this rate, Andy, you'll be 12 under by the finish.
Wow. He's extrapolated out.
13 under, actually.
Well, that's a good start.
That is a good start. I don't like what I see to the right there.
No.
3-3-5.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a bit of a red rag.
It
Yes,
does
it-
sound as though you're going to pull up your shirt sleeve there, Dave.
I'm only in a t-shirt. I'm nice and loose. Let's see what happens. I think I've
Not a
pulled it
bad
too
line.
far. Nah, too far left,
You
Andy.
might get a nice bounce here, though.
No, I
Look
don't
at
think
this.
so.
How? Oh.
Down you come. Off,
Yeah.
off
No.
there. Keep
No.
going.
Had to hit on the downslope.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Ah, fuck's sake.
Luckily, that water. Actually, it's a nice angle in, Dave. It's no issue.
Only 107 out.
It doesn't sound very
No,
convinced.
it doesn't. It was almost like an unconvinced wildebeest.
There was almost a bull noise coming out.
It was almost.
Would that be a wildebeest sort of contemplating whether the river he's about to cross is full of crocodiles?
He's going,
Oh,
I've seen this video clip before.
Yeah.
Waiting for some other poor sucker to show the first leap of faith.
Yeah, one of them always has to be first.
Yeah,
And if it gets taken, that's the time to jump in because at least the crocodile's distracted.
yeah.
All right.
That wasn't a bad shot of yours, Dave.
Yeah, it was
Wasn't
okay.
Oh, let's see. Shot.
Spin.
No spin because I was in the rough, but I'm not unhappy.
One thing that makes you think it's genuine course, power lines.
Mm. I used to love playing at East Malvern, one of our public courses, and there were power lines running across the fairways.
Yeah.
And if you hit them, they were high tension ones. They'd make this amazing ping noise, and then you get the shot back for free.
Was that the rule?
Don't tell me you played.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh. Okay. Just down. This is just a two-putt. I'm not trying to sink it. But I'll take it if it goes. Oh,
Looked for a chance for a while.
yeah. I want the best with really. It's really small. We might be going to the fridge like 60.
I know, I was thinking that.
Oh,
Oh, wow. was looking curling in beautifully, and then it decided to flee and just fell. Very nice.
He's on the tear.
Yeah, he's on the tear. Yeah, this statement's being made here.
Well, the putter's red hot this morning, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And not only that, the approach work has been pretty decent.
It's all working right now.
You'd have to be doing a few things right to be 4 under after 5.
Right, where's this?
It's looking pretty on as well.
Nice. I like the little forward
Lovely.
spin you had on that, Amy.
Hmm.
What did you do? What did he do? You're correct. I think so.
It's a double.
Looks
green.
good.
Ooh, spin. No.
Spin. You get some long putts if you
Mm,
massively mishit it.
yeah, massive. But when the ball's in the air, look out to the how far the green goes to the right.
Okay. Oh yeah, well, it's 100 and something yards.
That's the 134, that's right on it. Could this be
Whoa!
It was the
Oh,
146.
Yeah. very good.
146?
Yep.
I also
Wow.
hit the 146. Yeah.
I hit the 134. What's going on?
Well,
You're a beast, though, Andy.
we can't compete.
In some circles, that would be seen as an insult, but I term it as a badge of honour.
Good. Uh oh. Stop.
Oh no!
You idiot. Oh. I said,
Ah,
Whatever you do, don't knock it down the ridge.
that's what I said to myself.
Oh.
I've knocked it down the ridge
Right.
really badly as well.
You're gonna have a good talking to yourself.
I'm gonna have some harsh words, but I saw the line. I'm just gonna hit without waving poles. Not necessary. 31 feet.
Oh,
Oh.
nicely done.
well done.
Impressive. Considering your first putt was nowhere near the hole,
Well,
it sort of passed like 5 foot to the left of it.
yeah, but I got the feel of the break, I think.
Yeah, it was very good result.
Ah,
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, there's no way it's completely flat.
Well done.
Finally, a birdie.
Mm.
It's taking me a few holes to get on the board.
Well done, Dave.
You've come off your handicap start.
Yeah, my Nick Faldo start. Okay.
The cherry blossom season.
So you've been without ambient noise for a while now.
It's just because when we come in, I've got all these things to do, and one of the things I have to do is set the sound, and it's the one thing I tend to forget. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And you can't turn it on mid-game.
Yeah.
It's either there at the start or it's not.
Yeah.
But are you getting the game sounds, like the club swinging and stuff?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
No. I was wondering if the fountain was making
It's
a
just,
noise
it's
there.
just the quirk of when you swap from one monitor to another, and if you've been on a headphones in the other room, it carries it across. It's really annoying.
Well, I have to make that adjustment every time on this machine because I either direct the output through speakers or I direct it through my headset.
Yeah.
Same here.
It doesn't automatically do it.
But I haven't found a way to divert the sound from the headset back to the speakers.
Get that.
Once the game started, it won't swap back.
No,
No,
it won't.
I think you're right. You can't.
Oh, okay, I feel better now that it happens to you guys too.
The trick
No,
is
it's a-
make sure you've got everything redirected first.
Yeah, well, what tends, especially when I'm not blaming you, Phil, but when you're down, I'm doing a lot of things at once that I'm not normally doing, and I just tend to forget.
Right.
Because I'm cooking and I'm transferring late, and all that stuff's happening at the last moment. Doesn't matter. I've got the entertainment of missing Phil to fill in those gaps.
Missing Phil.
Yeah.
I thought my name had changed.
No, you'll always be missing Phil to me.
Really?
Well, it's a
Okay.
good line, but it's not enough.
So I've even told friends about my new names, and which they've got a lot of good laughs out of. I thought I was back Phil.
No, you're lucky I don't call you joggers.
Back Phil, and then I moved to the countryside, so I'm called Landfill.
Oh no. And then
Well, I might be missing a second time. Might end up in Brisbane.
well, yeah, explain to her how much it's going to cost you in airfare to come down to the Superbox once every 4
Once
weeks.
every week.
Yeah.
Once every 2 weeks. Every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have to up the expenditure on the credit card for frequent flyer points.
It's actually pretty good. At least even if you were there, you can still jump on and chat and everything.
Yeah. Well,
And watch the
that's
stream.
true. That's true. Yeah.
Still looking at a permanent move, are you, Phil?
Yeah. Well, Mount Beauty just hasn't done it for her.
Yep.
She really hasn't established a life there. And she's against the cold. And that aspect might have caused the first aspect. But the fact is that she's not. She's pretty keen for a move.
Yeah.
Yep.
So So we've got I've got stress is what I've got.
Imagine.
So we've just got to think of stuff. Think of a whole bunch of stuff. But Natalie's probably going to end up in Melbourne for university study next year.
Yep.
So the goal was sort of to, I guess, move down to Melbourne, then maybe into Drummond Street, whether that's temporary or otherwise. But I can't bear the idea of leaving the house, to be honest. So yeah. Anyway, there's a bit of water to pass under the bridge before we get to some sort of. I dangled the carrot of 6 weeks every year in Thailand.
That didn't work.
Didn't work.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have thought that was a big carrot.
Yeah. I thought so too.
Jesus.
Anyway.
I don't like this one. Look how quickly it breaks. It's gonna, and it's an inch downhill. It's gonna. Oh, I'm really gonna hate missing this one.
Wow.
Oh,
She
no.
looked at it first and then it stopped spilling.
Yeah, I just hit it a tad harder than I meant to. Now, got an. Oh, I'm not waving the pole. I saw what I saw. Hit with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You're learning to love the Fosters.
No.
I was groomed into it by what happened a few years back.
Okay. Can you expand upon that?
I went into Dan's one day
Yeah.
and there were 3 slabs of Foster's cans marked down from $56 to $5
What?
for a slab.
$5 for a snack?
Yeah, so I said to them,
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
So I went to the counter.
That was almost a yodel.
Yeah. And I said, they're all mine. Hide these 2 behind the counter and I'll be back. And I walked one home, came back, walked the second one home, came back and walked the third one home.
Right.
Well, how many beers are in each one?
24 375ml cans are in a slab.
Well,
And
that
they're
was. You wouldn't have been able to carry more than obviously one at a time. Is that
No,
correct?
correct. But at $5 for 24 cans, I wasn't going to let them go. That was
And how long did it take you to walk back or get back home? And did you walk back home or did you?
yeah.
Take
It's 4 blocks of carrying the slab.
Oh, right, it's not
and then
too
4
far.
back. No, it was about 15 minutes for each round trip. So not too bad.
Why were they so cheap? That's incredibly cheap.
They were within 1 week of use by date.
Which, of course, they never got to.
No. I was into the third. I mean, it's not like milk. They're not going to go off just because it's reached their use by date.
Yeah. And even milk doesn't.
Yeah. But they just throw them out if it gets past use by date. They have to. So might as well get something for them.
Sure.
All right.
Were you trying to teach me a lesson off the tee there, Dave?
no, not at all.
I put it to you. Can you see the person anywhere in this virtual room who tried to pull one over on the mailman? Yes. Can you point him out to us?
It's that man there, Your Honour, and I'm pointing.
Yeah, I've watched those episodes of Perry Mason.
We used to have a show called Divorce Court, and because in Australia back in the 60s, the only way you could get divorced is if you had proof of cheating, something like that. And anyway, in divorce court, people would always hire private detectives to try and get proof of the cheating. And this one couple who'd been caught, and there were pictures taken of them going for it on the couch, cheating away, their little heads off. And the photos are produced in court as evidence. And the defence was, we were dressed in bodysuits made of human flesh colour for an acting job that we were going to try out for.
Was that real?
That was real. The judge did not buy it.
Right.
But it was, I still remember it. I was only like 7. I was not quite sure what was going on. And I thought, that sounds like bullshit even for a 7-year-old. Yeah.
Now you get back to
Yeah.
bit of information in the backspin.
Not enough to avoid waving the pole, unfortunately.
Well,
Oh, that was a
clever.
nice. Except where was the backspin on that one?
Because he hit the fringe.
Oh. Still going.
Brutal.
Yeah, it just took all of the spin out of it.
This is so
Oh.
tough. 77, I could end up sucking off the green. 91, I'm over the back with Andy. Fuck it, I'll putt. Fuck it, I'm gonna use the 77. Are they gonna work or not?
You never know, it might be the right club. Depends where you land. I think it is.
Nah.
Oh, same as Dave's.
And I'll give Dave a bit of a read.
You sure are.
No, that was your landing marker.
Yeah,
It's
that
over
was-
there.
was it?
Ah, right, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know it looks exactly like a ball marker. The landing pitch.
I haven't managed to get the distance right on a single putt tonight. Maybe this time.
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh,
Hey!
Wow.
Great putt.
bolted
Very
it.
nice.
Oh,
Oh, thank
Just
you.
as well, too, because it was moving.
it was.
Well, as Dr. Frankenstein would have said, it's alive.
Look at this.
Oh, this looks.
Good.
Oh,
Mm.
They're clawing your way back here, Dave.
Mm.
try it.
Six 24 5. Oh,
It's good.
bloody hell.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
what?
Oh, that's brutal.
I was almost angry seeing that putt.
Almost angry. I like it.
Mm. Bench seat hole. Like that holiday Smallman course. Disappears over the hill.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that one?
Vaguely.
You had to climb the pole to have a look. Oof.
Dave's taking the shortcut.
Ain't gonna work.
It's not going to work.
Oh, it's par 5.
Seems to be some scale issues, maybe, with some of these items.
Yeah.
Like if those tree leaves look too
Yeah,
big.
they do, don't they?
Oh, I've gone the same. Even
Well,
worse.
just because I don't think Dave knew anything good. I've seen it.
I know nothing.
Oh, you've got a shot down the other fairway now.
No, not this time. I'm looking for those things, but there's a few white stakes floating around. I don't trust them.
That's it. You can't actually tell what where any white stakes are relating to. I remember in links, didn't the hole itself on the hole planner actually have an out of bounds
Yeah.
sort of ring to it?
Did have like a
That's
boundary
nice.
on it.
Right. Advantage you.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you're,
think
you're within distance too.
just in range.
Exciting shot.
Well, I can't see any out of bounds markers there. Right.
We bring it back on the breeze.
Well, there is a nice. Right. Don't think I can get that far though. I don't know though.
It's nothing in mind.
Right. Yeah. Come on. Okay, I'm locked and loaded.
Yeah.
It's looking good. I can't see any big trees in your way.
Not now. I
No,
don't think.
worked well. Nicely worked out. Absolutely done.
That's not
Sure.
a bad shot.
Very nice.
So,
Now, can I push this on? I think so. A bit more side wind. Less
262.
Just go a bit sideways wind, and not 15. That looks enticing.
At 15,
Yeah.
which could help you. Yeah. It
Well,
just held it up.
Eagle
a bit.
putt.
super wide.
Is a bit of water.
It's a putt nonetheless.
There's been some putts dropped tonight so far, so you never know. It's good. Oh,
Bit unlucky.
Oh, this pin is pretty nasty, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good. No, I knew that was coming.
wow.
And it's a wobbly one too. Went all over the place. Went pretty much. It'll always be flat. 10, 14. Okay, so it's right to left. To left. Right to left. It's right to left all the way. Pretty close. Doesn't matter. Yeah. All right, so I got to hit it 93 feet. Well, that's maximum. Oh, no, I've belted it.
You did. What's going on?
I don't know why it went so far. It's only.
Wow, how have you managed to hit it that far?
I don't know.
Is that like a long and right in putting terms?
Maybe I've done a long and right putt.
It really pinged off the club.
Yeah, I think I might have done a long and right putt. I didn't know you could do that, but now I do.
Well, I do you know what? I think that there may be something in what you've just said, because if you take the club back at a
That's it. We're all back.
Hello, hello.
So
Yeah.
it was saying 70 feet.
And 23 inches uphill. So
Right.
for every inch uphill, you
Yeah.
add a foot.
Yeah.
So it should
You
be
hit
93 feet.
93 feet.
But you can only hit putts 82 feet in this game.
Well,
It should be.
here's the thing, Dave. You remember on an earlier green, I had something like a 70 or 80-foot putt,
Yeah.
and it was 4 feet uphill. So you sort of said, how did you hit it that far? And I think actually I just took the mouse back faster than I normally do. So there was an element of kind of long and right.
You went for the long and right deliberately in a putt. Fantastic.
Well, I may have done it deliberately, but I didn't know I was doing it deliberately, so therefore it wasn't deliberate at all.
That would be an excellent defence in court, I think, Phil.
I'm pleading the
Convoluted.
25th Amendment.
I could have. It'd be interesting to hear a judge reacting to the claim that, yes, Your Honour, I did it intentionally, though I wasn't aware that I did it intentionally.
So it was accidental. That's the Chewbacca defence, folks. All right, here we go. Can't see the ball. Oh, that's not good.
You were hoping for it to be a pointing.
I was. I got no Ruth from the grave.
Christ, that was another one that.
A
He's
little bit softer, and that was in.
Yeah.
That was tracking beautifully.
Oh, God. It's only 6 feet, though, so it should be there.
Nicely done.
Very good, Dave.
You salvaged your par.
Well, I needed to because I'm sort of drifting backwards. I needed to halt the slide.
Yeah. Disappointing to be on in two.
It was. But I only two putted.
It was just yeah, and they weren't consecutive.
Ooh.
304.
Oh,
It's funny, if you putt is so bad that you putt off the green, it's not counted as a putt
Really?
in the stats.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So when Tiger Woods putted off that hole in the Masters and then hold the return, he didn't putt on that green.
No, it's a no putt. Correct.
Mm.
The slate is wiped clean because you're no longer on the green.
Mm.
I'm glad you
That'd
admitted
be
that.
a quirk. If you were playing around and one of the bets that you had was fewest putts,
Yeah.
and you deliberately putted off on the last in order to try to chip in and win.
Nice
Well,
shot.
Yeah, you might have, say, a
Close.
7-foot putt, which is really super difficult. So you putt off the green, so you can then chip.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know he is going for it.
Feet.
Let's have a look. It's quite the journey, isn't it?
Mm.
I think it's doable. Yeah. Could go wrong. Just gonna loft it. Wait till 15 mile an hour wind. There it is.
That's a very nice line in the bunker, though. Not bad.
Fine with the bunker.
Yeah.
Nice.
These are one of those things where you can't actually. You've really got to look at the what the screen is telling you, because it's 5 feet above me and I can't really see.
So you don't get the inches, yeah.
But it certainly looks right to left. No. It's poor.
A rare mistake.
That just looks like a 448.
Ooh.
I think it's wrong.
Yeah, almost, oh baby. 5 foot.
I mean, there was some great putting, but these greens aren't that easy.
Mm. Oh, look at that.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is
He's coming after me.
locked in.
$28.19.
Mm. Another news, I've been following the Formula One lately. It's a very interesting title race, isn't it, between Piastri and Norris?
Yeah, I haven't been following it at all. Dave
Yes,
might have
yes.
been, but I think he mainly watches the class below now.
I
Is
do
that
like
right?
F2 and F3 more, but I do watch F1. And you're right, it is very interesting between those two. Like Verstappen's just not in it this year.
Yeah, no, it's all been sort of quite interesting.
And what's your gut feel, Dave? Is Piastri going to win the
I think
championship?
he might be the better driver, but he doesn't always have luck on his side.
I that's what I thought last night. I thought he had all the bad luck, and only just lost.
Yeah.
He had bad luck in qualifying, all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, because he missed that run, but he got into second off the first turn, so that was good.
yeah, that
But
was
the
nice
first
move.
pit stops, they slightly stuffed up Norris, and then he came in and they stuffed his up even worse. And then for some reason they kept him out for 4 extra laps on the worst tyres. And the theory was you'll have 4 laps at the other end to be even better. And Norris went in for the second stop, and then Piastri won the very next lap. And you go, what happened to those 4 laps?
Mm.
You know, so it was just weird.
Yeah.
It's very strange. And then the guy that was coming last, he was in a battle with second last. And so Norris goes through, who was leading. So obviously, you know, you've been lapped by the first car. There's more coming. So they're in a battle, and the guy who was last ran Piastri off the road onto the grass.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Don't they have blue flags or
yeah.
some
Well,
sort of warning?
he reckons he didn't see him. You think that was impossible that you didn't see that guy. He was right alongside you.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just little bits and pieces, but he doesn't seem to. Well, from that race, I agree with you, Dave. He doesn't seem to get luck, but on his side, he stays pretty cool.
Yeah.
He doesn't let it. He doesn't let it get to him, does he?
No, very cool, calm, and collected in the cockpit.
And
Well,
the
that's
McLaren
nice shot.
are allowing the drivers to race, so they actually had a really good dice together, sort of in the early third of the race, which was exciting, you know. And it got to the point where Piastri came in too hot on one turn and locked up, and after that they said, "Pull it down, guys." And that's kind of a bit unlike Piastri, really, to lock it up like that, but he did.
Mm.
But it's good to see that he's having a go. They're not afraid to mix it
And
up,
good
which
on
is good.
good on McLaren for just, you know, just they could easily have just said, well, Norris is the senior driver, so you know, we reckon he's a lock for the title, so we're just he's our number one driver, and at every occasion we'll just, if you're ahead, Piastri, we'll just tell you to give him the lead. And they could have done that because so many others have, but they've allowed them to race, which is, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
So I do get the feeling that Piastri is taking the long
shot.
view. Yeah,
Thanks, mate.
What a really good shot, Dave.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But with those two racing like that, I'd almost be tempted to go to the Melbourne Grand Prix next time. You guys go every year, though.
No, we haven't been since they turned them into sewing machines.
Yeah, we black banned them because of the noise.
Yeah?
The lack of it, yeah.
There wasn't enough noise.
No noise.
No noise.
No.
So,
Like
but there's still internal combustion engines. How is there no noise?
We're just really quiet and not the same. They don't have that eardrum damaging pitch that they used to have.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
but it's got like the Porsches in the support
How did-
bases were noisier.
How did they achieve all that noise reduction?
Oh, by going to the turbo era. And yeah, hybrid turbo.
Okay.
So yeah, the result of that was just really dumbed down the noise. Yep, good shot.
It looks like a beauty, and it is. Under the hole, didn't run down the swale. Perfect.
Well, I certainly want to resurrect
Thanks, Manny.
the birdie
give you
trail
fair
at
warning.
least.
Yeah.
That-
Is that the last one?
After this can and the next one,
Yeah.
you'll be down to your last half dozen.
Oh no. I think I'll be okay. All right.
Anyway, Phil, what did you make of the this cheese, which
The heroin cheese.
the heroin cheese?
It's well, I'm retracting the heroin cheese statement. It's the same brand, but it's not exactly the same one, and it's not as good. It's okay, but it's not the
So-
same.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back to the Vic Market, and I'm going to, when I know Phil's coming down, he's going to get the heroin cheese next time.
Right. But this one was pretty good. And I should get some for Natalie too, because we've got the Tour de France coming up, and she likes the soft cheeses.
Yes, that's a good idea.
She would love the heroin cheese.
I won't.
But how do
I
you
won't
get?
market it in that particular way. Sorry.
I was going to say, but how do you get the fact that it stinks the bloody fridge out and the house whenever you open the fridge door up?
Well, it's the luxury of living by myself, Andy. There's no one to offend. So, then plus, I tend to put it in if it's a really stinky one, I'll put it in a little plastic tub or something, that's sealable, so that keeps it tamed while it's in the fridge.
Well,
And
I
when it's-
tried that with the cheese that I got a few years back, and it it still seemed to pour out from, I don't know.
Yeah, you need a glass container. That's the thing, not a plastic one.
Ah,
Oh, what the hell? How could it break that much? I demand a recount or something. That's
Your Honour.
bullshit, Your Honour.
Well,
Well,
sorry if I distracted you with thoughts for your heroin cheese there too.
I'm having withdrawals, Andy.
was that for Eagle?
It is,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah. Dave's having a crack here.
Wow.
But Andy also has an eagle pun. Oh, he likes it.
No, I don't. There's lots of break on this one. But how much? Look at that.
Is that dog in the window?
16 and 5.
Don't forget the red steaks.
Will it?
No. See, that was a
careful pun.
a careful pun, yes.
We won't use the word wuss, will we?
We're all thinking it.
It's one of our best, it's one of our best exports ever, that word. But
Wuss, yeah.
even ended up on Seinfeld, didn't
Almost anyone can work out what it means.
it? Yeah. It was perfect. Someone said that to him, and he turned around immediately and said, "You calling me a wuss?"
Oh, bloody hell.
come on,
Andy. Come on. Oh. Yeah. I remember he really hated being called a phony.
Right. I think that we're in a third decade removed from that show.
Wow. It's unbelievable. Really is.
That's as far removed from us now as World War II was when we were in primary school,
Yeah.
even secondary school.
Except funnier.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
Depends on your disposition, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see there was they had tape of a town hall, one of those town hall meetings in America. There was a female Republican senator, I think she was, and she was copping a lot of grief about the reductions in Medicaid on this bill, and there was a woman in the audience saying, you know, like, this is really serious. People are going to die from this. And she just looked out at the audience and said, we're all going to die sometime.
Problem solved. Yeah, well done. Unbelievable.
And then she filmed an apology the next day from a graveyard.
Really?
Yep.
But she also, the apology was, from memory, it was of the sort where it's not an apology. It's like, I'm sorry if people were offended by the words that I used, rather than I'm sorry for causing offence.
The sorry, not sorry. Approach.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry if you're such a wuss that you got offended by this. Meaning, I'm actually twisting the knife rather than apologising.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you can't handle a few poor people dying, you know, to save rich people money.
Yeah, I've noticed in the UK that our politicians, they will not ever use the word sorry. They might, if they might say, "I regret the choice of words," but they won't sort of say sorry for the intent behind whatever words.
Yeah, people are terrible. Modern apologies almost uniformly aren't apologies.
Yeah, and the other thing they do is they won't ever admit they lied. They'll say, "Oh, I misspoke." as if that's an explanation for lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
incredible.
I don't know where that word has crept into the English language in the UK. It was unheard of 5 years ago.
So-
But
Oh, look at this!
Oh,
It's in the hole! Oh my
I
god!
called it almost.
what the hell was that?
Oh my god! What was that?
Yes, indeed. What was it?
Well, that gets you back in the game if you're feeling like you're out of it.
Was
Yeah.
that an eagle?
Yes.
Had to be.
Yep. Tails up in the air now.
Wow! Look at that. The game's tightened up.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Who can remember?
Yeah.
Something about politicians lying and the word misspoke.
You did you apologise for making us forget?
Now,
No,
you said
That's the question.
when Trump does that, he turns around and says, "You misheard me."
Yeah.
I think he just, some of it is almost like, I don't care.
He doesn't care.
He just
He
don't
really doesn't.
like that. There's been a fair bit of talk about the 3-month or the 90-day pause on the tariffs being up on July 9. I'm not sure because on the feed that I get on my laptop, like there's 4 or 5 different Trump articles every single time you look, and they're always different.
Nice, Andy.
But in one of them at one time, and so I don't know if this is true or not, but the headline was to the effect that Trump said that July 9 was not an exact kind of thing. You know, it was going to be a roundabout-ish sort of estimate of when these tariffs might re-emerge. So, and I thought, yeah, that'd be right.
He's burning a lot of support of the tariffs. You know, a lot of middle America, small businesses are getting screwed. It was starting to lean in towards the hole too, Dave. It might have gone. Looking around, where's my marker?
Yeah, you're definitely right back into this game, Dave.
Yeah, well, look at that. It's
Have you got a spring in your step all of a sudden?
I have. I've got a bushy tail and a spring in my step and a full Foster's lager. It's all good, Andy.
The only thing you're missing is some heroin cheese.
Just say some heroin, really. Which I've never had, but I will one day when I think I'm near death. I'm definitely going to try it.
But you know,
Oh no, I've lunged.
wow,
This is the exact opposite of my last approach shot.
you need a good bounce.
I got a good bounce.
That's
Has
what you do.
anybody ever had truffle? It's hard cheese with truffle in it. I did just after Christmas, and I've got to say I was a bit disappointed with it. Really, I didn't.
Yeah, there's what's all this fuss about truffle sort of stuff.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's like $1,000 a kilo or something, isn't it?
3,000 a kilo.
3,000.
Yeah. But I served Bill some truffle salami here about 5 or 6 months ago, and I don't. You didn't like it.
Yeah.
Or it could be.
Oh.
Anything that requires a dog to sniff it out
No, a pig.
in the wild.
Dogs can't do it. Pigs do it.
Pigs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They've got even more sensitive noses for truffles somehow.
Mm.
And they put rings around their throats so they can't swallow
Yeah,
them.
good shot.
Oh, look at this. Oh,
Right over the top of it.
10 out of 10 for accuracy.
no spin at all.
Right. Ooh. Well, it's flat once it gets off that upslope. So, should I go for this? I think I should.
Should I go watch the match day now?
I'm going to try and sink this little bastard. That
Can
was
you
very-
imagine Can you imagine if the microphone sort of catches a real pro saying, "God, I'm going to sink this little bastard."
Dave and I used to go to the Vic Open, and there was no spectators. It was you just walked on the fairway with the players, and they
Yeah.
swore like sailors. They were unbelievable. You know, when there's no cameras around,
Yeah.
it's just all bets are off. It might as well have been a pub at 3 a.m. And we saw one cheat.
Wow.
A
Really?
professional golfer. We saw him.
What'd you
cheat.
do?
Kicked
Dave?
his ball back onto the better ground,
Yeah, he went full Trump.
and then he duffed it, so he got what he deserved.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Instant karma.
No, it was a par 3. We were standing behind the green. He's played his shot. He's sort of gone sideways and long, and he's fucking kicked the ball. Dave and I just looked at each other, going, "What?"
And none of the other players saw it.
No, because he was over there by himself.
Okay, but you saw it.
Mm.
Yeah, we're only like 10 foot from him. Couldn't believe what we were seeing.
Oh.
Shot!
Oh,
What the hell, man?
That was gorgeous. Wow, what a read, Anne.
Yeah, it just rolled and rolled, and I thought I'd underhit it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, good comeback. But a gap between them again.
Yeah. Excuse me, Tony. Oh, also, I've got to remind you, I've got a gift pack for you when you leave.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, I know you know, Dave, because we spoke on Friday, but if you recall, on Thursday I had to be sort of reasonably sharpish away, which I did. So anyway, I took my wife to the local sort of hospital, which and I attended to very quickly, had an x-ray, and yes, my wife has broken a bone in her foot, so she's definitely not in the best of spirits, because even just a broken toe is just extraordinarily debilitating. You just can't put any pressure on it. So I've got a knee with a torn cartilage. My wife's got it with the same foot, has got a broken toe and a quite bit of bruising as well on the base of the foot, which has emerged, you know, sort of Saturday and Sunday. So if you
You're struggling to get about then by the sounds.
Oh yeah, one's on a crutch and I've got a walking stick, so I'm trying not to get down on my you know, below my knees.
So I just walked back in, Andy. It doesn't sound like it's getting any better, or?
Well, it's kind of getting a little bit better. I mean, there's not so much swelling, but bruising has come out quite noticeably. But yeah, it'll be. We've got Wimbledon, which is going to occupy ourselves for the next 2 weeks, and so on and so forth. But she can get out and about, but she's hampered by not being able to get out of the house, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the first bit that you missed was that his wife's also broken her toe.
Yeah, I knew it. She'd broken her toe, and she's walking with a crutch or something, Andy.
Yeah.
Well, remember I said it. The bad news is it took mine 6 weeks to get, you know, a fair bit better. That was because I didn't use a crutch, and so I was probably aggravating it all the time. Could get quick better a lot faster for Carol with
So
anyone.
you've actually had what both me and my wife have had. You've had a broken toe and a torn cartilage, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the walking wounded at the moment. Luckily, it doesn't affect our perfect golf.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the gift pack out now, Phil.
Wow.
Now, there's a visitor gift pack for Phil. He's getting this one.
Wow, that's mine.
Yeah, Jill left it here.
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
But the other one is a custom made for your letterbox.
Wow.
Good position.
These actresses
They are.
from
Many different shows. They're both famous actresses. This one's Bella Thorne and that one's Anna Sophia Robb.
I've got a feeling Natalie will love this.
She might.
She might ask for it to put on her own bedroom door.
You can do that.
It's a very good stick for a bedroom door.
I guess it's just got the don't come in thing, yeah.
Yeah. No jump, man. No, thanks.
I thought I was so clever making that for my letterbox downstairs.
And
It didn't fit. It's too big.
they never listen anyway. They just, as far as those deliverers are concerned, once one delivered is one less to deliver.
Yeah, but what about the moral responsibility of seeing that and defying it? You know, that you couldn't do that.
That'll be a good shot. Oh, unlucky.
Just.
That's
Yeah. I have no words.
yeah. All right. I think I've got an advantage being in the rough here. I'm not going to have this issue, and I've got the perfect club. This could be good. This could work. Let's see.
You might need a bit of spin action. Oh my goodness!
Not another
Oh,
one.
give that a second.
Yeah, another eagle there.
That would have been something, wouldn't it?
I'd have made comment like, there's a charging rhino on the course. Charging.
Well, I'm actually a bit surprised that in the excitement of the moment, when I forgot any choice of language, I came out with "my goodness."
You're entitled to it, Jesus Christ or something at that point.
My goodness.
Thanks God for the pitch here.
Didn't fucking go anywhere. Stopped
Sound
real
like
quick.
a thing.
Didn't it stop there? Yeah.
Ooh.
No, it's not.
Good pace though.
Hmm.
So fine.
Ooh. I think these are doable, Andy. They're going to be pretty much straight up the hill.
The hardest thing is not to be distracted by the other ball.
Like that.
Oh yes,
Like that.
Nicely
Exactly
done.
like that. Should have kept my mouth shut. All right.
But I got news for you, Dave.
Oh, come on!
Yours wiggled off a bit.
I
more.
did.
No,
I did.
how-
Sold it online.
How did mine divert to the right so hard when yours went dead straight? They were the same putt or the same chip. I must have sliced it.
You must have.
Well, that was a big one to pick up there, Andy.
I tell you what, they came and challenged, and Andy's just
He shrugged us off.
He's done the old
He's
runner
put the
thing.
accelerator down. Or left us
It's
behind.
just classic Roadrunner. Just had a good look and off he goes.
He's sticking the boot in now. Gets one more. He's going to be a target because the double busted is actually on the horizon.
It is.
Right. Well,
That's a
I will
nice
be back in a
drive.
moment. I'm just.
That's
into the-
a nice drive.
Yeah, middle of the middle. Just casually whack him down straight down the centre. I like Andy.
Yes, sirree. Wow, you outbrooted him as well.
Boy, oh God, I wish he was here. I would have been going big
I
time.
reckon he took the 3-wood. Possibly.
Ah.
Yeah, for that sort of distance, that's a 3-wood.
Yeah, there's no way I'm hitting the ball 30 yards past him.
No.
20, 24 yards, whatever. You done, Dave.
I'm going to go for the rough.
Not enough fade.
No, only first cut.
And that tree branch will be.
Maybe.
No, it won't be a problem, but it's a horrible shot coming in from over there.
I made that many years ago
Mhm.
without the junk mail. It was just an all black wallpaper with those two at the bottom.
I can see it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. You obviously went for it.
Yes.
Come on.
Pretty good. Oh, gee, it's.
A bit unlucky.
I think so.
If that had pitched 1 yard further, it would have landed on the flat instead of the upslope and just stopped.
Yeah,
That was a bit
close
harsh.
to being perfection. I thought it would just stop on the second bounce rather than
Yeah,
going forward.
yeah. Just needed that 1 metre more.
Ooh.
25 inches.
Okay. Do I play the full shot here? Could be
Well,
interesting.
I think a full shot.
Better than a pitch. Like that last pitch was pretty shit. 47 up 9. 47. Fuck. It's not easy.
It's not bad, actually.
Pretty happy with that. I'm toyed with that bunker.
I do almost a full pitch myself.
Yeah.
It's in
Good.
shadow almost. Mm. I'd say this to slam the door shut.
Well, I'm going to try and slam it shut. That was woefully short.
That broke a lot. That's quite disturbing. There's a cautious waving with this one.
Mm. This would be a good range. Yeah.
Well, Andy was almost under the hole, as I'm sort of a bit left edge. You should just go.
Yeah.
It's 3 pars.
Mm.
And,
Well, you got a birdie.
oh yeah, you too.
Yeah, you're back within 2.
Mm. All right. Now it's not the time to hold back.
Hold back.
Wow.
Well, no need for snide comments.
I was thinking. I was thinking. Don't push it.
Dave,
I know what I did, so I actually overswung a tad, and that's what caused that. Yeah. But there was a gap. I'm sure I saw a gap.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect, Andy.
Yeah.
Those runners.
one
No.
thing about this,
Hang on.
one thing about this course for me is it's very easy on the rendering. It's hardly. I've pretty well had a solid 100. I mean, said that, it's now ducked down to 50 on this shot.
Okay.
But most of the time, it's been rock solid 100.
So, should I've got to play. It's got just a slight fade on it,
Mm.
and then hit the front of the bunker and bound up and over, and then just drop down onto the green.
Yep. Okay.
And I've got to do that with a hunched 5-iron. That. All right. This is possibly not going to work. See what happens.
Oh, he's got through. Is it going to hit? Oh, you were
Oh
so
my
close.
God.
Almost did it.
You were so close.
Well, that would have been a miracle shot.
I literally called it to feel that I was going to hit that upward bit and bounce on, and I just missed it.
By a couple of inches, which is somewhat galling. It's a good try, though.
I had fun trying.
Imagine if you were that good as a golfer.
That'll do. One of the holes.
I like it.
Mm.
Should be good.
Yep. And yep. Nice one.
Getting
Getting
closer.
better. Doesn't look like a very flat putt, that's all. But very nice. Right. Oh, it's one of those ones where it's showing feet, not the inches. It's showing them there, but not up here. Okay, what is it? I don't know what that means. So will tell me. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So that's about right. It's got to hit it pretty much nearly full.
Nice shot.
Yeah. The
Oh,
try.
better stop. Better stop.
Well, this feels harsh.
Oh, Jesus.
That feels
It does
way
feel harsh. Actually, this green has probably had the most slope of it on of almost any of the greens.
Yeah.
I say they've been very fair though today. I mean, there haven't been. If you think of that, what was it called? A Keel Island or something? What is it called? Sleevemore at a Keel
Sleevemore.
Island.
Yeah. Sleevemore was really pushing its luck for fair. It was right on the edge. Andy, your putt, I mean, how are you going to get that to stop? It's super greasy, even though it's only 3 inches downhill.
Don't you worry about it. I'll
All right, I'll try and take it out of my head and concentrate on this.
Well, the
Which is
last
not
time
interesting. Yeah. Sorry.
I was going to say the last time you said about it, I went ahead and chipped in for you.
That's true.
No.
Belted it.
I think I did hit through the break there.
All right, let's see what this is going to do.
We hit it on this angle. Like that.
Wow.
Bloody hell, I just took it back. Oh,
Wow.
how on
Wow.
earth?
That
I
just
couldn't have
shows.
hit that any softer. Truth. Bloody hell, that took me by surprise. I mean, what doesn't come over to you watching that shot was I literally only took it back. Well, it barely left, barely changed position. Look
It
at it.
didn't look like you hit it hard at all.
Yeah, I was just a diabolical spot to leave it. Now you've got almost exactly my putt.
Yeah. Can't remember what you did. I think you belted it on the high side. $25. Almost a carbon copy.
That went the other way, that one.
It did.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you went the other way. Yeah, I'm just going to double check. Yeah, again, I've got to be careful with this. I've got to hit it firm, left edge. Not too firm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are being careful around this hole.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, 2 shots.
2 shots. Yeah, you both dropped there, didn't you? 2 shots, 2 to play.
2 shots, 2 to play. Yes.
could be good. Yeah.
Nice shot.
So,
Hmm.
Ooh, nice bounce.
Was a nice bounce.
Yeah.
that looks ticklish from over there. And you've been peppering the flag all night tonight, Andy.
Sorry, Dave.
I said you've been peppering the flag all night.
I didn't pepper that one. I was
This one.
a
Like
bit
salt.
concerned I didn't have enough there, but
Did we all hit the 146?
I hit the 146.
I
Yeah.
hit the 159.
Yeah, I hit the 146. I slightly overhit it to try and get that extra 2 meters. I was like you, Andy, a bit nervous.
Shot. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Nice.
very nice. Well, that's a stress-free par.
Was in the end. I did not like that tee shot at all. I thought,
I know the
push
150.
it a bit.
It was pushing it with the 146. A mishit could have been disaster.
Mm. Is it? Pity.
What time do you have to be in court tomorrow?
9:30 for the security clearances there.
Yeah, they're pretty vicious with security.
I would imagine.
It's not the right court to yell, that's bullshit, Your Honour.
Yeah.
Probably not take kindly.
Yeah.
All right, 17-3. Oh, yeah, it wasn't even close. I thought I was going to be above the hole, if anything.
Looks like the last few greens there's been more break than previously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it was just the sort of hole that could have spawned a two-stroke swing. But what a good time to just draw the hole with the Sandy and get to the last with a two-stroke.
It's a good hole to end up on 388 par 4. Who's going to be daring?
Nice position.
You can't be down, can you? With
No.
the red stake hazard.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nowhere else to go. Nothing else to do. It's 2.
Hmm.
Three.
Perfect. It looked darting towards the tree straight away, but came good.
Oh, okay.
Best angle.
Nope.
Yeah, these pins have got, they seem like they've got harder as they go.
Mm.
I think the softness of the grains is the issue. It's controlling that spin.
Don't go too big. No, it hasn't gone too big.
Perfectly chopped 120 club, Andy.
Wow.
I'm guessing.
Yep.
You couldn't have hit that any better and
That
still
was.
tried to get away. Wow.
Well, there's no stopping you now. That was it. Shut the gate.
Unless I sink this.
Unless you sink this.
Yeah.
True.
Just putting it out there.
Yep.
Could happen. Can't happen now. I'm to the right of the pin.
Sideways spin? No. Yeah.
Oims though.
You and me both, Dave.
Yeah. Oims.
Sure. But I'm taking a different approach. I'm putting this one.
What?
Yep. Why not?
I feel like the thing to say is why not indeed, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I should.
You planted the seed for that comment anyway by saying it.
Okay, 30 up 19 through fairway. 30 up
Just think of all the times you've practiced this shot.
19.
Dave.
I played all the time during the week. 30 up 19.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't give it much break. It went very, very straight.
That's a great putt.
That was a good putt. It's making me think this might be straight. No, I can see why you did what you did. I'm going to give it about half what you gave it. 29 plus 19 is 48. Plus the fairway. Oh no. I got excited.
What the hell?
That's the sort of crap I normally do, Dave.
Hello.
We'd completely forgotten about it.
Yeah. Is Dave there or not?
Not yet. There he is. Or is it?
Oh, Christ, another one.
Oh, man.
Actually, I think I could have quite easily been about 9 under on his course tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I found the putting difficult on this course.
Found the putting what, Dave?
Difficult.
Yeah.
Did not suit my eye. Oh, Dave. He's going to putt it off the green if he's not careful.
He's still not back yet.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm back. I thought it was quiet.
Well, nice win, Andy.
Yeah.
I might have missed
Look
a
at
bit.
that, 34.
We'll take back all those comments we made in the last few moments.
Boy, look at that. 334's done very different ways.
Yeah, really.
Wow. And the front line. Yeah, that's solid start, Andy. It springboarded the round and got you over the line. Fantastic.
You
It
did.
was a really good start, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we all
And
get green scores, which is nice. Stats. Oh,